Moderator, we can get the report of the clerks of assembly.
Thank you. Clerks of the assembly report on what the business committee has been able to do. Therefore, it's a very important report. Follow it keenly. So clerks of the assembly now take the podium.
Moderator, sir, our church fathers and commissioners and delegates, the report of the clerks of the assembly to the first GAC of the 24th General Assembly is document 3. This report provides the overview of the business committee's activities over the past year. The business committee convenes as needed throughout the year, maintaining operational continuity until the next GAC meeting, and members are drawn from all our presbyteries, the officials of the General Assembly, and some co-opted members, as you can see them in D31, D32, going to D33. Meetings. Moderator, in the year under review, the business committee held 8 meetings. We have documented our achievement there, beginning with the work done through the boundary committee in regard to creation and subdivision of parishes. We have Roiro, Rumuruti, Thika, Nairobi North, Rogere Presbytery as are recorded there. Some have already been done, others are upcoming. We had a change of name of one of our parishes from Igamuradi Parish in Chagode South to St. Luke's Neema Parish. The business committee was able to plan and run the 24th General Assembly. It was able to resolve the Kamboi land issue. It oversaw the leaders' seminar. It had some ministerial matters that it handled. One statement of a minister as recorded, reporting about the relocation of one Reverend Dibari and a change of tent maker to parish minister of Reverend Smith Kimathi Jero as shown. We have an item there of the Presbyterian University. The moderator alluded to it, and that has been processed by the business. We are waiting reports from the presbyteries. We have an issue of adjunct lecturers, some of our clergy that are teaching at the university. That has been executed by the business in the year under review. The business committee was able to approve a casket cover for the burial of elders. In the year under review, the business committee was able to see a memorandum of understanding done between PCEA and the Evangelical Church of Central Africa, and we have the representative here. There were some book launches that were done during the General Assembly. The monetary trophy report is there. Through training and personal development, there are issues that are clearly recorded there. We have continued to talk and will continue to talk about Millennium Luxury Apartment. It's part of what the business was able to handle. The business was able to have some of its representatives in our institutions as recorded there, from Kikuyu Hospital to Mutomo Chogoria University down to Kibwezi Community Center. The business committee was able to put up some 11 subcommittees to help in different operations. We want to report as the business because we received the election of Reverend Elias Agora as the chair NCCK. And the business committee has been able to develop
a policy on subdivision of a region, and we have an annex for the same in the report, as you can see from our docket. And moderator, I wish to invite the Secretary General to second the report of the clerks of the Assembly.
Moderator, in conclusion, the Business Committee has achieved a notable achievement in administrative efficiency, financial stewardship, and mission-driven initiative. As sub-committees continue their dedicated effort, they will further enhance the church operational effectiveness and overall influence. With those few remarks, moderator, I wish to second this report.
Thank you. We appreciate the clerks for that report. Let's give them a clap. Having done that, now you can engage with the report by raising questions. You put your hand up. I see the army is led with mics that are working. Hopefully, the test of the pudding is in the eating. So the brigade are ready, but I see only one hand up of Reverend Shem. Here. Okay, I see others on this side.
Thank you, moderator, for the opportunity. I want to ask this question about the resolutions. We passed a number of resolutions in the last General Assembly, and up to now, I don't know how many resolutions have been implemented. How long does it take to implement? Because we have been waiting the implementations in the presbytery, but we have seen none. And especially the resolution of the groups up to presbyterial level through the Barrier Act, and also the appointment of the Director of Training and Personnel Development and the Human Resource Manager. Thank you.
Thank you. Today we'll be a bit strict on time because we want to cover a lot of ground. So I would urge each one of you who gets an opportunity to get to the point. I'm not saying you aren't doing it, but we may not have the luxury of having long explanations. Just get it as it is. You can even use sign language. And by the way, did we have anybody who can help those who are watching online in sign language? Do we have anybody who can help? Because maybe we overlooked that, and there are people out there who need help. If there is anyone among us who can help in that area, we can give you an opportunity to sit here and help with no honorarium. Yes, because you'll just be resharpening your skills. Yes. I should have said that late after the work is done. Okay, but that's a concern. Okay, that's Elder Gedeji.
Thank you, Moderator. My issue is on the institutional representatives. There seem to be some anomaly or exchange of representation, because I'm seeing for PCA Tomotomo, the person given is John Mwaniki, but I believe that Johnson Jada is the one that came to Tomotomo.
Okay. Dr. Karimi.
Thank you, moderator. I'm not sure whether I'm jumping the gun, but after the resolutions, there is a document 3 annex on a report of the Boundary Committee on Subdivision of a Region. There is no action plan on that particular document, either in terms of resolution. The GAC has not been informed officially so that we get to know. It's just talking about heritage and some preamble, but there is no action plan.
Okay, they will respond. I see no other hand. Therefore, we will hear the responses.
Thank you, Moderator. Thank you for the questions asked. On the resolutions, I want to assure this first GAC, as you have seen in the report, we had 11 subcommittees, and the 11th subcommittee was the subcommittee on resolutions. By the last business, that committee was able to table the resolutions. It has crushed them. We are now awaiting a letter from the Secretary General to every section that has been earmarked to implement the resolutions. So that work has been completed by the subcommittee of the business, now awaiting to be forwarded to different institutions, presbyteries for implementation. On the institution representation, yes, Moderator, I accept there is a mistake there. There is one of them. Yes, it is Johnson Jatha who went to Mutumu Hospital. And then we also changed John Mwaniki, because he was recruited to go to the Holy Ministry. And therefore, I agree there is a challenge there. So to put it well, in Chogoria Hospital, it is Elder Timothy Kareva who was sent there. And in Tumutumu Hospital, it is Elder Johnson Jatha. The last one is only the annex in my report, Monitor. I have said we have an annex and it is in the report, and this report has been sent to us. But in terms of action plan, we will be having it as we do the resolutions, because we have a resolution for the same, Monitor. Thank you.
Maybe then you could present it. If it will form the resolutions, you could briefly go through it so that it doesn't come as a surprise.
Okay.
Yes.
Moderator, the Business Committee of the 24th General Assembly has developed a policy document to subdivide a region. As all of us may be aware, we do not have a policy. And an issue was raised of the subdivision of a region, and the business realized that we didn't have a policy to do it. And therefore, a subcommittee was charged to develop a policy. It has developed a policy on what is required for a region to say that they would want it to be subdivided. So the requirements have been put there, the qualification has been put there, and the requirements have been put in this annex report, Moderator, including the liturgy that should be used when that application has been made and approved by the relevant approving authorities of the church. Thank you, Moderator.
Thank you. Maybe just to add on that, there was a concern about the resolutions and why maybe they have not been implemented. The elephant in the room has been the court case. It slowed us down. We were not able to, as they would say, to shoot from all our cylinders quite early, because the court case put us into disarray. We were not able to start as we should have started because our interpretation of the court order was different. So it was difficult even to meet and move things forward when already one officer was already marked. And therefore, it affected our performance in a very big way, until the point where we decided we are moving in this direction. The business committee was not even able to meet. And even when it met, it's like there was unfinished work. Therefore, let's admit that that court matter has not helped our church. Because where we should have moved with speed and quality, we were not able to move because we had various interpretations of the order. When we went to the business committee, the matter had to be resolved as to what should be done. And at some point then we were able to agree that all the 4 GA officials are in office constitutionally. Whether there is another matter out there, we have to work as the GA mandated us to do. So that delay of the implementation of the resolutions was caused by that. But the moment we were able to recollect ourselves, then the subcommittees were formed, and they have already started working and have made their reports. Therefore, I'm sure that that concern will now be addressed. It's late, but that's what happens when you get yourself into trouble. When you put yourself into trouble, those are the consequences that we are reaping out of it. So I felt like I need to explain that so that we are not seen like we are lax. The resolutions should be pursued. Immediately they are passed here, they ought to be pursued immediately. Having said that, we now invite comments from the floor, and if there are none, we'll go to the resolutions. Any comment? I see none on this side. I see none on this side. And therefore, we go into the resolutions.
Monitor, the resolutions are in D7. 1, this GAC
Receives the report of the clerks of the Assembly with gratitude. This General Administration Committee expresses its sincere gratitude to the 24th General Assembly's Office for their leadership and tireless support of the Business Committee. Their dedication has been instrumental in the Business Committee's success.
Taken.
This GAC expresses its sincere gratitude to the Business Committee for its diligent and comprehensive work throughout the year under review. This GAC this committee's commitment to contributed to the ongoing mission of the Presbyterian Church of East Africa.
Taken.
This
It's still morning and I can't hear a resounding yes or no. There is some ambivalence. Taken? Good.
This GAC extends its appreciation to all subcommittees of the Business Committee, and they are all recorded there. Their focused efforts have been instrumental in advancing the church's objectives.
Taken.
This GAC approves the boundary subcommittee approval and ratifies the subdivisions and creation of parishes as approved by the Business Committee following successful inspection by the boundary subcommittee.
That would give us a little problem, sorry, because the Business Committee works on behalf of the GAC. It has already approved. Suppose they say no, and already subdivisions have happened. So maybe they could only appreciate the work that the Boundaries Committee, Subcommittee of the Business Committee has done, or in fact approve, not the Boundaries Subcommittee, but appreciate the Business Committee for overseeing the growth of the church through parish subdivisions, because the moment they say no, we will be thrown into a spin. So I don't know how we can rephrase it so that they appreciate, the GAC appreciates the work that the Business Committee has done in terms of growth of the church through subdivisions. Otherwise, the word that this GAC approves the Boundary Committee and ratifies the subdivision will give us a little problem. So can you maybe rephrase it? But first go to the other one. Let's pad that one.
Okay.
There's a heart there of like Karanja.
The resolution number 3 covers the appreciation of the work that is already done. It's kind of captured in resolution number 3. So this one, moderator, would be best if it's not there. Other than say, because if you drop it, we'll be in trouble. But if it was not there, it would be a better option so that we go with resolution number 3, which already we have approved.
I think the spirit is we must recognize that the church is growing. Much as you have said, subcommittees have been commended for their work. But church growth is something very significant. So a resolution that captures the growth of the church through subdivisions is good enough.
is good enough. So maybe we could rephrase it and have it at some point.
Okay, thank you. I know Dr. Karaja will help me do it.
Dr. Karanja, you are charged to do that work. So by the time we are through the last resolution, you present your homework.
Next.
Okay, this GAC acknowledges the resolution of the reinstatement request of Reverend Bosco Keiro and affirms the change of Reverend Smith Kimathi Jero's status from tent maker to parish minister.
Taken.
This GAC congratulates Reverend Elias Agora on his election as chairman of the National Council of Churches of Kenya, NCCK, a significant achievement for PCEA.
And maybe wishes him well in that task. And, you know, something like prayer or something that shows some spiritual concern over his work. And I'm sure Dr. Karimi can help us. So you also have an assignment to make that resolution.
Okay, next.
This GAC applauds the business committee for approving the use of distinguished blue casket cover for elders' funerals.
Elders, you like that? Commissioners, is second? Okay.
I think the language again is an issue. The GAC applauds and approves. I was thinking we can amend it by saying the GAC notes with appreciation the acceptance and approval of the use of a distinguished blue casket cover for elders' funerals.
That sounds good. Yes, it notes with appreciation.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Okay, make the amendment, please. Make the amendments. Provide the tool for that amendment to Dr. Kalemi.
GAC congratulates those who have authored books and encourages a culture of writing.
Taken?
This,
although there is no narrative in your report about us who wrote books, so it is a good resolution, but maybe you could mention a few.
Monitor, this was in addition to the books that were launched during the General Assembly.
The General Assembly?
Yes.
Okay, so, okay, thank you. Then taken. Next.
This GAC appreciates that the church has continued to expand as witnessed in the creation and subdivision of parishes and presbyteries. In anticipation of continued growth and to prepare for its management, this GAC approves the proposed policy for the subdivision of a region.
Taken? Thank you. Additional, as we wait for the men we tasked to do a few things, any other additional resolution? It appears none. Can you submit your homework, Dr. Karanja?
Moderator, the resolution that I was tasked by Moderator and the DSG is properly covered in resolution number 10. So if I make another one, we'll be duplicating. Because that resolution number 10 captures clearly the matters growth of the church, the expansion, the witness, the creation, subdivision of parishes, presbyteries. Mm-hmm. It is properly covered in the Moderator. Any other would be a duplication.
I think so.
Thank you.
But I hope you are not running away from an assignment. But indeed, that is covered. Asante. Dr. Moboi.
Moderator, thank you for the assignment. This GAC congratulates Reverend Elias Agora on his election as chairman of the National Council of Churches of Kenya, a significant achievement for the PCA, and wishes him well in his new assignment.
Taken? Thank you. Where is this Reverend Dr. Agora? Could he be here? So, you know, there's a community that says, Mogo Shwari Toro, Damenyaga. We would have wanted to see him. Maybe some of you may not know him, but I know he is well known in the church, but it would have been good for him to hear how we feel by what he was able to receive or to get. Thank you. I guess we are done with the clerks of the assembly report. They will take their seats now as we clap for them.
Moderator, our next report is the Health Board report.
Okay, the chair, very Reverend Dr. Jesse, and the secretary, the DSG, plus their big family. They have a very big family in the Health Board. I'm sure they will be joining them. So take over, take the podium.
Okay. Chairpersons of our hospitals and the CEOs.
Hurry up, walk like healthy people.
They will sit there, they can sit there. Only the chair and the secretary will sit at the front, but they will be invited to the podium at some point.
Chagoria Hospital and Tumutumu CEO.
Where are they? Chagoria is too near to be away. I had seen the hospital administrator of Tumutumu also allowed. What's happening? Do we skip the report or because we can't again do it without them? Yes, Level Muhu.
Tumutumu is on the way.
Oh, where is it? Bukindia. Okay, where is Shogoria? Dr. Maura? Senior? Ako wapi? Can someone try to reach him so that we do not skip the report simply because Maura is not here and maybe he is on his way? It would have been good to start while he is around. And the chair, is it Bwana Mutembei?
Yes, Mutembei.
Oh, and where is he? Judges keep time. Chief Magistrate Mutembei should be here. So who are we tasking to search for them? I have seen Bwana Kariba leave. Are you comfortable to start? Or Bwana Kariba? Do you have any information in regard to the chair and the administrator? You are trying to reach them. Yes. What do you think? Should we study them down until which other report should we be doing? One is a minute or a second or an hour. I can see sign language has started working. I hope it's not 1 hour. Which is the next report that can be done in the meantime? The training is wrong one. PCMF, are you ready? The chair, is he here? Are you ready? Can you do your report? We will study you down for a moment. Sorry, Pastor Moderator, because of some of your children. So PCMF then. Do a summary of your report. We will not be very generous now. Good.
Thank you, moderator, sir. The PCMF report is document 14, doc 14. Simply going through a quick summary. The Presbyterian Church Men Fellowship
is an organization under the Presbyterian Church of East Africa, has continued with its core mandate to grow and develop and raise men, beginning from boys towards Christian maturity, so that they remain in their call to service to God and humanity. We thank God that the PCMF has
journeyed through the process of following men within East Africa, and even when they moved to other spaces, like in the diaspora. And also PCMF currently has journeyed with partnership with the Pan-African Men Fellowship within the continent of Africa, which is a frontier which is giving us more opportunities to resonate with issues affecting men. And at our core principles, as highlighted, the vision and the mission, I will not go belabor to that, but we remain guided by our clarion call in Romans 12, which underscores the call to service, remaining men who are serving with a heart full of devotion and even with zeal to the Lord. With the year under review, moderator and commissioners and delegates, we had our board with the key leaders represented from the 5 regions and also 2 co-options. And I know some are in the house with my able chair representing Nairobi. We have had the Eastern, Reverend Gichuke. We have elders, Elder Simon Moher, Rift Valley. We have the Reverend Shem Gevenji representing Central, and 2 co-options, YPCMF, with our able young son who has done a lot, and also with the Pan-African Men Fellowship representative. We had 3 statutory meetings, which in meeting they want to discuss core issues, which I will not keep highlighting. Our achievements in terms of numerical growth through recruitments of members. Through the year under the review, we embarked on the 3-stage recruitment process, and we want to commend the parishes and the work they have also continued to work closely with the Office of the Director on more men admitted, dedicated, and commissioned, and a greater part of the data is reflected in the Presbytery report. It was captured in most of the parish, giving the Presbytery the feedback. We also had, after reviewing the challenge of COVID and the economic journey, men managed to have a 1-day forum, which was fully sponsored in Naivasha Resort, where men engaged on the Proverbs 27:17 on iron sharpens iron. And this was a rich forum which was also commended for men even to have, even at their very small scale operations, to meet and engage.
We had many seminars and trainings, and these organized through parishes, and noting after the restructuring much is happening in the parishes. I have captured, in the report we have captured the many parishes where the director was able to engage with the parishes, and also some attempts with presbytery leaders or parish leaders invited in the presbytery. Also, we had our PCMF conference 2024
held in Mirere, Nairobi, and the year the review was very key, marking the 50 years of the journey of PCMF since the first fellowship was formed in PCA St. Andrews, and March was captured reflecting challenging men moving beyond 50 years in their call to service with a heart for recruiting more young men in the YPCMF. We honored some of the parishes which have done a lot in championing the men work, like PCA St. Andrews, PCA Motero, Kariobangi South. Also in Vika, we have noted men can sing, the Vika Town Choir, the Umoja in Nairobi in the area of economic empowerment through SACCO, and also we had the Rift Valley represented by Naivasha on mentorship through the ROPS program. Maybe on last parts, on empowerment spiritually, within the conference of 2024,
we partnered with the Rafiki Foundation and with the Ebo Journey with our moderator of the 24th General Assembly. We recommended the men to undertake a journey of the book of Romans, which is ongoing, and this has been a very key journey, which is also getting more evaluation. On the national mission, we also participated in the coordination, where also more of recruitment was done. Then we had the PCMF week in the month of November, and we appreciate that the year under review, guided by Joshua 24:15 as the main theme. We also had a sub-theme on Zechariah 3:4, which enshrined the call to men to be clothed for noble service. And there is a new move whereby at the climax of the PCMF week, parishes are having a grand commissioning of encouraging men to be members in the PCMF. And this one we mark by the week. We managed to have the moderator of the General Assembly flagging off the week prior to the week on October 27th. And something which was unique happened, that since it was held in PCA Zimmerman, the entire presbytery of Nairobi North gathered that afternoon, and it was really impactful to say that they stand with the men ministry, and it was a great encouragement. Moderator, to sum up that, maybe I'll call the chair to come to the last part on the challenges, and then we will be done. So maybe Rev Madhui, Chair.
Thank you, Moderator, Commissioners and Delegates. The challenges that the PCMF have been facing, number one is the family, and family institution has faced many modern challenges leading to separations, divorces, and homicides, and fatherlessness of children. Men are trapped in addictions of alcohol and betting, neglecting their families and responsibilities. Some men are still remaining backbenchers or even hating going to church due to the issue that was mentioned on church wedding, and it has been made mandatory for one to be received as a communicant. You must have done the church wedding. The young men in some congregations and parishes are not being given an open welcome to the fellowship by followers. There are major topical issues that have continued to affect men in family, church, and society. For instance, the adoption of cultural issues, enculturation, marriage, betting, conflict management, climate change, etc. There is also issue of alcohol and substance use. This calls for informed research, for wise counsel and resolution.
The issue of mentorship programs for both boys and girls, we need to support as they prepare for fatherhood and motherhood in their developmental stages. The family unit has suffered a blow due to single parenthood, creating a gap in the developmental stages. This calls for synergy of all the departments in their core mission on mentorship programs.
Moderator, that is what we have done. And with this, I want to support the PCMF report.
Thank you. Can we appreciate the man for that report? We now open the floor for questions. Is heard there of Reverend Kanga.
Moderator, sir, I believe that the Director of Men Fellowship was in the General Assembly that was held in St. Andrews last year, thus saying that the operation of the activities of groups to be cascaded up to planetary level. And I can see some national events taking place. Did he reject the resolution, or what is happening?
Any other question? I see no other hand. Okay, let's hear the response.
Thank you, Moderator. A very valid question. PCMF did not object. The
activities of the PCMF are still enshrined in the practice and procedure, and awaiting the resolutions which were made, and in the earlier report it was indicated they were not circulated. We continue to operate with the earlier dispensation as per waiting from the business committee. So possibly we kept waiting to get the resolutions communicated while we obeyed the practice and procedure. Thank you.
Okay, we are now taking comments. David Degwa.
Moderator and commissioners and delegates, that means that all the resolutions that we passed at the GA didn't have any effect, because if they are operating in the last dispensation, it means that whatever we did on that GA has no effect. And I also believe that besides waiting for a resolution to be given out, I think all the committees or the groups, they should have, because they were in the GA, there is no reason of waiting for a resolution. So I think there is some deviance somewhere, because this is GAC, it is not a higher court than a GA. So when a GA dictates and declares something, I don't think there is anybody who should go against this. I think something is not right, Moderator, in the church. Because if we disobey a GA resolution and we say we start pushing the blame to each other, then as a church we are not doing right. And I think that's why we are stuck in so many things, because of our indecisiveness. We don't decide and make decisions. My comment.
Any other comment? Reverend Jogona.
Thank you, Moderator, sir. From the moderator's report, there was concern concerning men not being the full members just because they have not done church wedding. I see it still under the charges number 3 that men are remaining to be backbenchers. And I think, Moderator, sir, that this first GAC of the 24th General Assembly needed to make a declaration, maybe we'll call it a Meru declaration, that we admit men on merit. And I think it is the high time we consider bringing men, even though they have not done church wedding, but the CAC session can sit. Just the way they gauge members like ladies, young ladies who go get children outside there, they come to session, they are gauged, they are admitted. It is the high time we think about men. We have very good men, saved, they don't take alcohol, they don't smoke, They don't have anything. They are, nothing alleged to them that, we need to make that Meru declaration, moderator, sir, for the sake of numbers of men, and even to remove them from these benches, back benches, not to make them back benchers.
Yes, quite a good comment combined with what we had said earlier. The ball is in our court now. In fact, now it's not just about men being in the back benches. It's about them not even being in the church. I think that's the worst of it. Maybe we could have tolerated them being in the benches because gradually we would have won them to full membership through encouraging them to do church weddings. But now they are not even in the church. So how do we get them out there? Do we review a liturgy and say they take a vow that they will remain monogamous, though they are not fully married? These are the things we need to think about. Yes, could we maybe review our liturgies and see how we can make them remain monogamous yet not legally married, so that at least we are able to do mission for men. It's a big, big concern. We cannot sweep it under the carpet. Previously, we had the luxury because they were in the church. Now, they are not in the church, and there is the other groups, and they were mentioned here by the General Secretary of the NCCK, that kuna kiama, watadai, all those, and they are all targeted at the boy child, targeting the men. So, food for thought. We have not made any decision yet. We will make, God willing, in Meru. Thank you. Now that we are done with the comments, we could hear the resolutions.
Thank you. Thank you, moderator, and commissioners and delegates for that part of the comments, strong ones.
The resolutions. This GAC receives the PCMF report and also the audited accounts with appreciation. This GAC thanks the parishes for embracing the mentorship of the young Presbyterian church men into the fellowship.
And the father requests or directs parishes lagging behind to be more intentional for posterity of PCMF.
Taken. Amendment. Dr. Karemi, get a mic.
Thank you, moderator. I think using the phrase lagging behind has some competition connotations. I would rather have it this way. This GAC thanks the parishes for embracing the mentorship of YPCMF and further requests parishes to be proactive and intentional for posterity of PCMF.
Taken. Okay, do that correction and submit it. Thank you.
Thank you.
That amendment. Thank you. Next one.
Thank you, moderator.
This GAC notes that men in families and also in society and also in the church are facing challenges that impact and impede progress. Hence, this GAC, allow me to repeat it, this GAC knows that men in families, society, and also the church are facing challenges that impede their progress. Hence,
this GAC instructs PCMF to have a periodical journal with research topics for reference and for wise resolutions. So there is a typo there.
Looks like you're having trouble with that resolution. Could you maybe take a bit of time, first deal with the other two, and then we could give you a minute
moderator,
to rephrase it. Yes.
Your counsel. This GAC appreciates the good participation of PCMF in the Pan-African Presbyterian Men Fellowship, mostly in issues of climate change through tree planting, and further this GAC wishes them well in the forthcoming biannual conference in August 2025.
Taken.
This GAC appreciates that mothers and fathers have a responsibility over boys and girls' growth, thus instructs each parish to form a mentorship board with representation from all the departments, as mentioned, PCMF, Women's Guild, Children Ministry, Youth, and Christian Education and JPRC for synergy.
Taken? There is a hand up there of Dr. Kalimi.
Moderator, when we use, thank you, sir. When we use the word instructs, it may be confusing because we might go to the parishes with the instructions to form these boards. Not all the parishes and outreaches may have mentorship programs. We can only advise, moderator. So I'm seeking for an amendment to remove the word instruct to advise.
Taken? Taken? Yes.
Thank you, moderator.
Maybe we could give you time to rephrase it.
Yes.
Is there an additional resolution? Oh, there are several here. In the meantime, maybe you can try and do some refining of that resolution. A question at this point, okay. Given.
I'm saying, moderator, you asked, taken, there was silence.
I heard some whispers.
There wasn't. So it was not taken, moderator.
Which was the last one? Which was that?
For the boards for the mentorship board in churches.
Oh, the one Dr. Kalimi was amending?
Yes, and I believe...
Okay, let me do it again. There was the amendment. Dr. Kalimi, would you mind to change the word? He was just changing a word from instruct to advise. So read it as you had proposed.
Thank you, moderator. This GAC appreciates that mothers and fathers have a responsibility over boys and girls' growth, thus advises each parish to form mentorship board with representation from all the departments, that is PCMF, Women's Guild, Children Ministry, Youth, Christian Education, and JPRC.
Taken? I was in the spirit. Okay, let's see additional resolutions. Level Jogona, then level, is that Gyoko? Okay.
The Meru Declaration, moderator. This GAC, noting with the concern the reduction of...
There is an order, but not a court order. There is an order.
Moderator, the resolution that my brother, Reverend Jogona, is bringing is good, but can we wait for
Moderator, I
the...
have noted.
Can you complete your...
On the declaration? Because there is a pending moderatorial report, and we have a subcommittee working on it. Can we wait for the report first?
Okay, do you stand advised by that, or you still wish to present it as a resolution now that we are expectant? We are expectant of a similar resolution. If it doesn't come, then, although unfortunately if it doesn't come, the moderator's report resolutions are never added. So I don't know whether it is safe to do it, or would those doing the report assure us?
Moderator. Better a bird at hand than two in the bush. And I don't know, moderator, sir, why Dr. Kalemi read
Okay, you
my mind.
proceed. You proceed. He is entitled.
This GAC, noting with concern the reduction of the number of communicant members in the church, and in the effort to enhance more mission to men, resolves that men be admitted as communicants on merit determined by the respective CAC sessions.
Taken? Taken? There's a hard. There's a hard there.
Thank you, moderator. Information. And moderator, if we don't add resolutions to the moderators, we can amend them. But this is the information. The last GA, resolution number 3974. In last GA, it reads, the GA noted with concern the continued apathy with men and charge parishes and changing dynamics of family life and resolved in light of chapter this and that practice procedure manual, that to admit men into the Holy Communion as communicant adherents on merit determined by the congregation. That's resolution 3974.
Okay. You have a mic.
Moderator would want to inform this GAC that there was that resolution, but it never went through. So it was in the draft by PCMF, but it never went through. Moderator.
Okay, are you content with that? That it was never carried?
Whilst moderator, I would want not to seem like I am answering that directly, but I am talking to the documents that are in our files, that is in the business committee files. Every member of the business committee has those resolutions as passed on the floor of the General Assembly last year. And I have a list of all the resolutions that passed and went through the floor of the General Assembly. And the members of the business committee and the resolutions committee I would wish they are here to agree or otherwise.
But the resolutions are here, they are in business committee files. If you pull in your file.
Okay, I guess the best way is to allow the business committee now to look at that matter and communicate accordingly, if it is in the file as one of the resolutions that were passed.
Thank you, moderator. Yes, that minute, that resolution appeared, and the matter was brought before the floor of the business, and the ruling, because we still had the same concern, and we have confirmed that it was erroneously there. It never passed, and that is how it is. And the original documents are here, and therefore it was never passed. That is the position.
Okay, we request our secretariat to be very keen on all resolutions so that we do not forward any resolution to the business committee if it has not been ticked as passed. I don't know where the error happened. Computer error or whatever error. I don't know where, because it's a bit awkward that something appears like it was passed only to realize it was not. So we would want to be sure. Unfortunately, we never have matters arising in the GAC or GA to know what we said exactly happened. So I guess then we can take the resolution to be on the safe side. Yes. So the resolution had been led to you. Did you agree with it? Yes. Thank you. Next one, if there is any other. No other resolution from the floor. Lebedegwa is coming in late. Do you have a resolution? Okay.
Moderator, I was just trying to help the director on resolution number 3, which you told him to edit, just to put it in instead of him writing it down. So if you allow me, I can assist.
If he agrees, you know, we had tasked him to do it.
Yes.
If he agrees and says he would want your help, unajua gari haisukumi kama haijakwama.
Thank you, moderator, for your counsel. And we were set with the chair. This is resolution number 3. This GAC notes that men in families, in the society and also the church are facing major challenges that impact and also impede their progress. And this GAC instructs PCMF to have a periodical journal with well-researched topics for reference.
Taken? Taken? It appears like...
But maybe we could drop it, because I guess PCMF, even if you did a journal, you would not be offending any statute of the church. So go do the journal without a resolution. Yes.
Thank you, moderator.
Yes.
It is still...
Go and do it. Maybe you could have mentioned it in your report that you are thinking that it is good that you have a periodical journal that captures issues in regard to men. So go ahead and, you know, there is
the ruling of the chair is a resolution.
Thank you, moderator. That's a resolution.
Go do it. Thank you. I think we are done with the men. Okay, then we can clap for them as they take their seats. Thank you. Can we...
Moderator, we would wish to confirm if the health board is ready.
Chogoria Hospital leadership, chair, administrator, not yet in.
Dr. Mora, Wala Mutembei? Where's Mutembei? Sorry?
Dr. Kioka is present, representing the CEO. He's present.
And where is the chair of the management? He's not in yet.
Serious. The others are in. Chomotomo, Wanagedenji and Mukindia are in. Then Kikuyu are here. I don't know what we do.
Moderator, I'm seeking your indulgence that we can have Onda Kariba, who is a member of the board of Chogoria Hospital, to stand in for the chair, and then we do the report. Moderator.
I think no harm. He's a member of the board. If he feels equal to the task, if we go at you, if we have a go at you, you will stand your ground, because you are a member of the board. Are you comfortable? Bwana Kariba? You should have added God being my helper. Okay, come over. Hail the board,
please. Come over.
Thank you, moderator. And the GAC, the Services Board
report is document 13. The Health Services Board is responsible for the oversight and administration and coordination of all churches, hospitals, health centers, dispensaries, rehabilitation centers, and medical schools. It is also tasked with the responsibility to care and maintain infrastructure and the equipment of all church hospitals. The year 2024, which is the year under review, and many activities, and the board is focused on its mandate to promote the health and the well-being of our clients through the provision of affordable and comprehensive health care services. These services are offered to promote the love of Jesus Christ through that care, healing, training, and capacity building. 2.0 moderator is the composition of the health board services. During the year under review, moderator, we held 2 meetings, and we had ad hoc committees that were formed to meet the immediate purposes as it was necessary. We had different activities, of course, through our hospitals, but at the national level, we had 2 main activities. We had the Health Week, and we had the medical checkup that went through all our regions. And the climax of our Health Week was held at Thika Town Church, where the official opening or the launch was done by the moderator of the 24th General Assembly from Chogoria Hospital. There is a whole document there showing how we did the medical checkup. And the moderator, one of the challenge that we would want to continue to ask is a lot of support, because you know the challenges that we are going through in the medical and health sector in this country. We would want to continue to do a lot of mobilization of people, and especially when we talk about medical checkup. Moderator, one of the things that we noted as we were doing the medical checkup for the PCA and office staff and the ministers is that we are living with a lot of conditions and we are not aware, and we continue to encourage as the Health Services Board that at least we have continuous medical checkup. I would want to invite our 4 sections so that we can have at least 2 minutes from each, and then after they do that, we will have the chair second the report. We will start with Kikuyu Hospital, followed by Tumutumu Hospital, Chogori Hospital, and the drugs desk. 2-minute summary of what we have done through in our hospitals. Karibu.
Thank you, moderator. I'll do presentation for Kikuyu. Like the DSG said, the detailed report is in the reports in the dockets, so we'll do high-level presentation. I believe most of us are familiar with our vision, mission, and core values. But moderator, I just want to mention that we have Vision 2050. We have documented what we want to do up to 2050. And our vision is to be a world-class mission hospital. In terms of governance, we have 15 board members, including CMO and CEO, hospital administrative team led by the CEO, and other departmental and unit heads. Chaplaincy highlights, we have 401 staff who have been trained in saline witness process, which involved training our staff to be the light, the salt, and witnesses for Christ. We've hired a new assistant chaplain. Now we have 2, 5 evangelists and 1 chaplain. We've increased our departmental chapel worship every Wednesday, whereby each department is allowed to lead the service. In terms of medical services, we have new services. Moderator, I want to mention we have now cardiology services. We have a new radiology services called HSG. This is a special X-ray for patients being investigated for fertility. We also have laser lithotripsy, and this is new innovative urology service where you have a scarless special technology using laser to identify kidney stones. We've received cornea transplants. We used to get these transplants from USA, but they ran out of stock. Now we are getting from Sri Lanka. In terms of collaboration, we continue to collaborate with Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation, Smile Train. This is an organization that partners with us in terms of doing surgeries for cleft lip children. And then we also partner with PCA Kambui. Clinical achievements, we've improved our laboratory and consultation wait times. Theater cancellations rates have dropped to 2%. We now have COSEXA accreditation expanded to include the FCS training in general surgery.
We used to have orthopedic. Financial performance, this year we've quoted 41.1 million, which is 12.3% improvement compared to last year. And the first quarter up to December, we posted 16.9 million. And moderator, I want to mention, as at March this year, we have posted 88.1 million in terms of surplus. Budget attainment, that's 18% for the year and 31% for the quarter. Patient and surgery trends, we've increased in outpatient and inpatient numbers. Surgery volumes have also increased. We are doing about 10,000 per year. Human resource, we have 579 staff and 214 staff trained in various disciplines.
and we've had 16 major conferences attended by our staff. In terms of School of Nursing, as at the time of this report, we had 484 students, but moderator, I want to mention as of today, we are 598. We've been accredited by TVET to offer additional courses, and we have 13 clinical instructors, including support staff, quality management, and ISO. Currently, we are on ISO 9001-2015, but we are dropping it in July. We are going to Safe Care accreditation, which is more aligned to what we do in medicine. Quality management system, we've restructured it, whereby we have several committees to assist the staff that run that department. In terms of outreaches, moderator, we've conducted quite a number of outreaches, medical camps. We've seen a total of 14,167. And in our Cancer Month, October last year, we screened 1,154 clients. Referral uptake from the camps is thank you, moderator, 6% from 3%. CCC, this is the patients that live with HIV. We take care of 2,287. Viral suppression is 92%. Major achievements, our strategic plan 2023-28 and the vision 2050. We are constructing a hospital complex. It's a 4-story complex, 181 bed capacity. We are currently on the first floor. Live Chapel broadcast, now our patients are able to follow live broadcasts from preaching, we're in their wards and staff in their offices. Challenges, nursing staff turnover, but this year we'll have graduation, so this will be a thing of the past that is in our nursing school. And then in terms of SHA and NHIF deaths, we are owed more than $500 million. Future plans, telemedicine, satellite clinics, ICT, HMIS updates, spiritual integration, and governance. Thank you so much.
You just sing from the CEOs, eh? Yes, from the CEOs. Okay, Tumutumu. Yeah, please, just 3 minutes at most.
Moderator San, Commissioners and Delegates, my name is Kinywa Mkedia, the Chief Executive Officer for PCA Tumutumu Hospital. Moderator Sir, I wish to present this report briefly on behalf of members of the boards and members of management. For the benefit of the new members, PCA Tumutumu Hospital was started in 1909. As a small facility, we have grown now to a level 5, actually a state-of-the-art hospital, which is in Mount Kenya West. We have a capacity, a bed capacity of 203, and I'm very happy to report to this GAC that for the first time in history, the last 1 month, we have surpassed the admissions. We have exceeded 200 inpatients. I think it is in the interest of the members to know maybe the values which are guiding us. There's respect. We stand for respect of life and the dignity of each individual person. We have compassion, integrity, trust, and teamwork, and care. This embeds the concern and sensitivity with which we care for patients as individuals on a one-to-one basis. What are our core value propositions? High quality customer-centric service, and this one literally can be attested by anyone who has come to seek services from PCA Tumutumu Hospital. Patient satisfaction, community relationship, client responsiveness. We pursue clients' needs rather than what is good for them, enhancing care, developing through good health, coaching, home visits, and follow-ups. This is a new one, which we have started, and it is bearing very good results. I proceed. I just mentioned maybe for the benefit actually of everybody, the services which are available in PCA Tumutumu Hospital. We have general health care in medicine. We have all manner of surgeries today. We have, like now, we have two neurosurgeons. We have 5 orthopedic surgeons. We have a resident pediatric. We have a state-of-the-art renal unit at PCA Tomotomo Hospital. Our ICU and the HDU, Monitor Sir, is now the largest in the region, 14 bed capacity. Imaging center, we have one of the largest CT scans, 64 slices in the region. And this one has positioned us as the most preferred now facility in the region, among other services. What about consultant services? Neurology, pediatric, urological, obstetric, ENT, oncology. And I'm happy to say that the board has approved construction of an oncology unit, which we believe should be ready, Moderator Sir, within, possibly by 30th of September this year. Fast forward, we go to the college. Our college now prides itself as actually one of the leading medical facilities, not only in the region, but in the country. We have diploma in Kenya Registered Community Health Nursing, and members is going to note that our admissions are up, we are full up to September 2026. We have diploma in nutrition dietetics, diploma in theater perioperative technology, and other courses. Suffice to say that we have lined up additional courses for this year, which is higher diploma in critical care nursing. It will be there in September, so that these people can benefit from our expanded ICU HDU unit. We will have a diploma in clinical medicine and surgery intake in September this year. Monitor Sir, on our performance, I would say that we did relatively well during the year under review. Our income jumped to 449 million from 444 million, and the other year it was 438 million. Our operational profits, that is before provisions and depreciation, was 2.9 million Kenya shillings. We are happy to report that our balance sheet was able to grow from 589 million to over 700 million Kenya shillings, a growth of over 150 million. We had some challenges during the year on costs. We incurred some costs, operational costs, when we moved to the new OPD complex. We had additional expenditure of around 7 million. We also earned some government levies which affected our performance, because for the first time Tier 2 and housing levy was introduced, and that one took away over 4 million Kenya shillings. Chair, the hostel is not urban, and for the first 2 years we have faced stiff competition from facilities which have been established in Karatina, and particularly a pediatric hospital which is now in Karatina. So we have been able to remedy that by operating or starting or investing in a state-of-the-art level 2 facility in Karatina, from which we'll be targeting corporate clients and those people and those others who have been having challenges going to or accessing to Mutomo because of the distance. Recent achievements, now we are operating in a modern OPD complex. We have a Karatina Medical Center, our private ward. I recommend to everyone, even if you're not sick, just come have an overnight rest at our private ward at PCA Tomotomo Hospital. Yes, those people are from the region, and those who have visited the facility in the recent past. Monitor Sir, we have some challenges. We have stiff competition from well-funded government and private facilities, poor donor support, some very old buildings. But the greatest problem is non-remittance or non-reimbursement of claims previously by NHIF and now SHA. Moderator, we are doing that. Thank you so much. Very good. Tax exemption, we need it. We have challenge of inadequate college hostels. Our strengths are PCA Tomotomoso is in itself is a brand. We have a passionate board of management. And also we have qualified members of staff. Opportunities for growth, oncology services, pediatric, more college courses, of course tapping on corporate grants, improved quality services, and opening of more branches. Moderator, I beg to end at that point. Thank you so much.
Summary, Dr. Adi.
Thank you. Moderator, commissioners, thank you for giving this opportunity to present this report on behalf of Dr. Mora. My name is Dr. Michael Kyoko. I work as the Chief Medical Officer. The CEO passes his apologies. He was unable to attend this session. I'm going to be quick in my report presentation. So our hospital is currently 103 years old. It was founded in 1922 by the Church of Scotland Missionaries, and it was transferred to PCA Church in 1956. We now operate a level 5 facility that serves 5 counties, that is Embu, Tharaka Nithi, Meru, Isiolo, and Marsabit. Our vision is to be a regional leader in specialized healthcare and training, and our mission is to provide quality, affordable, comprehensive healthcare and training to the glory of God. We operate under various core values. That is, we are a God-fearing facility. We esteem to have high levels of integrity, stewardship of the hospital resources that have been entrusted to us. We practice teamwork. We have a safety culture, and we have a customer focus as a facility. In terms of the governance and leadership of the hospital, the hospital is managed on behalf of the PCA Church by the Board of Management, led by Mr. Gilbert Mutembei. Our CEO is Dr. Elijah Mora. We have several departments in the hospital, that is the clinical services, human resource, nursing, finance, chaplaincy, and college. So in terms of updates from the various departments, just brief updates. Our chaplaincy for the past one year has experienced resurgence, and we've had introduction of several spiritual services. We've had reestablishment of Holy Communion services for both staff and students. We've had regular prayer retreats, and we've also done a lot of home visits by the chaplaincy team. This past year, we've been also able to launch audio-visual media services in conjunction with a hospital partner called the Samaritan's Pass. But the chaplaincy is quite small, and we are in need of expansion of the chaplaincy to be able to accommodate a lot of people. At the moment, when we have quite a number of people, some people have to be outside the chapel. In terms of medical services, the hospital posted a 6.7% growth in inpatient services last year. And last year was a blessed year for us. We were able to launch a Doctor's Plaza, which provides specialized services to the community. And this is a way of the hospital to diversify income from the normal SHA. We also were able, moderator, you came and launched our oncology unit last year, and you challenged us. You said that you don't want to launch a building, and you come and you find it's not operational. I can assure you that we've started operating the oncology unit, and so far we've attended to a number of patients. Last year as well, we were able to launch our research and ethics committee, which was accredited by the national accreditation body called NACOSTI. We've also had a couple of medical outreaches and camps. We've done urology camp for people who have difficulty in passing urine. We've done a dental camp. We've also had a maternity day. And we've also done quite a number of surgeries for babies who are born with a gap in the lip, which we call cleft lip. Last year as well, we were able to do a medical mobility camp whereby we served our community by providing them wheelchairs and crutches. These are the poor members of the community, and they are very grateful. Last year as well, during the launch of our oncology unit, we did the annual Walk for Hope walk, whereby we walk and sensitize the community on cancer. As well as it has been reported by the DSG, we are also part of the hospitals that conducted the Minister's Wellness Check. In terms of human resources, we have 529 staff, and this include interns, casuals, and staff who are on attachment. In terms of achievement, last year we were able to launch an expanded medical cover for staff. We're also able to launch our HR policy, and we've also now regularized and institutionalized training. In terms of the challenges faced by the human resource, we continue to face stiff competition in terms of attracting competitive staff. Also, the human resource doesn't have adequate space and hence needing space for expansion. For the Clive Irvine College of Health Sciences, this is our school which offers nursing education in this region. As of February this year, we've enrolled 484 students, and we had 100% pass rate in nursing and a 98% pass rate for the theater technology students. In terms of the college, we envision this year to establish a higher diploma in renal nursing and also to establish a diploma in clinical medicine. Yes. So for quality management, we've also made some progress whereby we do regular customer surveys, and also we are in the process of reaccreditation for the ISO certification of our lab. In terms of financial performance, our income has grown for the last year from 640 million to 784. And as a result, we've been able to declare surpluses. And as per the last financial year, we declared a surplus of 36.4 million. Yes, thank you. Maybe just to emphasize on that part, because of the surpluses that now we are declaring, this puts us at risk of paying taxes, so we request assistance of the church to get a tax exemption certificate. So looking ahead, we've developed a long-term master plan to guide the development of the hospital for the next 20 years. We plan to revamp our CT scan, and also, as noted, we are going to expand our college by introducing new courses. Thank you.
Summary in like 2 minutes.
Good morning. Thank you, moderator and the court. At drugs desk, the things that are really informing us and informing the programs that we have concerns the statistics that we already have. According to National Council on Population Development, 75% of our population, it comprises of people who are less than 35 years. According to Nakanda, we have 4 million alcoholics in the country. According also to Nakanda, 10% of all university students are alcoholics. They are due for rehabs. And according to National Endemic Diseases Control Council, every day, the official records, every day within Kenya, 691 teens usually present themselves to our hospitals saying that they are pregnant.
Bwana asifiwe sana. So the strategy that we have as the drug desk, every day in all the hospitals, 691 girls present themselves in our hospitals that they are pregnant.
And we are parents. We know how many teenagers who declare their pregnancy. Okay, if you are to calculate others, maybe they are more than 1,000. So we find that we are being guided by a theme, and our vision is there. We want a somber and a healthy and a very joyful community. And our mission here is to mobilize the prevention of use of alcohol, drugs, and psychotropic substances, to upscale holistic treatment, and also aftercare interventions of our communities. We are saying, like, we have always said yes to health and not to alcohol, because our health is our wealth. We have a number of ongoing projects, which involves partnership, collaboration, and networking, also advocacy and campaigns against alcohol and drug abuse. And when we are talking about alcohol, it's a serious problem. Globally, statistics say 3 million people die of alcohol. That is the direct, those who die directly because of alcohol. That excludes others who die from accident, homicide, femicide, and so on. We also have counseling services and social support. We are also committed during our Health Week activities. We also have capacity building, training, seminars, and workshops. And we are also concerned about the war against the triple threat. What we mean by the triple threat, we are talking about HIV infections among the teens that are rising. We are also concerned about teen sexual and gender-based violence. That includes incest, people whom they trust, and also include FGM, also people whom they trust, perpetrating that, and also teen pregnancy. We are also involved with the mentorship of children, youth, their parents in churches and schools as a regular and ongoing activity. Then we have major upcoming activities. Please note this date, 22nd of June, it is a Sunday. It is a PCA Drug Awareness Day. And we have a theme already that says, with God, you are safe and secure. It comes from Psalms 91, verse 1, that talks about whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. And we are praying that all of you will participate in your institutions as well as in our congregations. We also have World Drugs Day that happens every year on June 26. Kaidre, take note and participate. We also have World Drugs Day that happens on 1st December. Please also take note so that you participate. We are thanking God of our various achievements that He has enabled us to achieve, including implementation of training and advocacy and counseling programs. We have also had successful partnership and networking with the various organizations. And also we have also had teachings and trainings among children in schools. That one has also been happening. Thank you. And I would urge all of you, because especially those people who are having schools, kindly get in touch with me. We have a program that's a game changer, where we are going to schools and forming superstar clubs. What I mean is that if you are in a primary school, we have a program right from playgroup to grade 9, where from playgroup up to grade 3, we will regularly meet once per month. But for grade 4 up to grade 9, we have a program that we ensure that you have a meeting every week that is sustainable, that a meeting that it's a program that you can continue. It's not a hit and learn. We also have programs for colleges and universities that is also tailor-made. Thank you, moderator.
Okay, Moderator, with all those reports, I wish to invite our chair of PCA Health Services Board to come and second the report.
Moderator, as I second the report given here, when we look at the contemporary world where we are living now, you can see there are many challenges that are leading people either to be bruised physically or mentally or in other dimensions of being. And therefore, whether you want or you don't want, you end up coming to the hospital for some special care. There are quite a number of challenges in the contemporary world in that medical services have also become competitive. We have real good doctors here and there. There could be other people who will be like doctors. Nobody knows whether they are quacks or not, but however they are there. We thank God that the medical services done by the church, though difficult, we've been able to survive and even have new development going on. But we thank God, despite the economic, even some political problems affecting the medical services, we thank God that the health board is grateful to the Almighty God for the blessings and divine guidance throughout the year 2024. And we are full of hope as we continue to endeavor to live in a mandate enriched and enshrined in the practice and procedure. And we believe we as Joshua, in our house and outside the house, as we stretch our hearts to reach you people in the medical services, we know we shall not only survive, but be helpful and bring glory to God and to the people. Moderator, I second the report.
Thank you. Thank you, Clerk, for the team. Time for questions. David Degwa.
Moderator, sir, I'll be very brief with the hospitals of employing chaplains. I believe that we are the people who do the recruitment, the seconding of those chaplains. The church. So that is what have voted millions of money in terms of surplus. Maybe I didn't get the figure from Kikuyu. There are, I think, 150 from Tumutumu or whatever. There are 36 million from Chogoria Hospital. My question is, I think that this GAC should be able to put its foot down and declare that we should not be asked for health money from our parishes and presbyteries. It doesn't make any sense, Moderator, with all humility, to vote millions of money in terms of surplus and profits, and then the same board comes back to us to ask us for money to support what? Yet we expect them to give us that surplus, some money back to the ministry that we are doing. So I'm asking, why do you ask for money from us? And yet you are putting millions of money in terms of profits.
Yeah, that question.
Okay, that question. How long is the lifeline of this board? Or it is to eternity? Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I saw an elder there.
Thank you, moderator. My question concerns Kikuyu Hospital in the area of challenges. Moderator, they have mentioned that one of the challenges is turnover. The rate is too high, and the solution is training. And we are asking possibly training new ones. We are bringing in new people and new knowledge where we have lost experience to other hospitals probably. So why is the turnover so high? And what is the solution? Is the solution training or working towards retaining the experience? Thank you.
Thank you. There's a hand here. Elder Grace.
Thank you, moderator. I want to dwell on a critical area on the HIV, and to all the hospitals, there is a CCC, that is Comprehensive Care Clinic or care, that is operational inside the hospitals. And there is this comment that we all know about the US government, and there was a freezing of funds. The donor funding went down within a night, thanks to CHAC, that they came back. But I want to ask the hospitals, where we see smoke, the fire is not very far away. Are there plans that if we don't in such a day, that you'll be able to come out, even if, yes, you have gone to other donors to look for funding for the same, and CHAC has come back, but it is always good to have other aid plans for the same. The other thing, I have learned with a lot of concern that in all those hospitals, there are trainings going on. There is school of nursing, of clinical medicine, but there is no even short courses for HTS. That with liaisement with NASCOP, it might be very possible, and it will still give a return to our hospitals. The other thing, it is the World's AIDS Day on every December of every year. Do we have plans as a church to join the hospitals that are near us, that work with faith-based organizations to create awareness to our people all over about the same? Thank you.
Thank you. Finally, Reverend Kimani.
Moderator, sir, my question is on the issue of the drug desk. Is it possible for us to have a rehabilitation center for the drug victim, especially in one of our hospitals? And example, in Kikuyu Hospital, we have some buildings that have been changed to hotel. Can they be changed into rehabilitation center?
Okay, Secretary, you will share out the questions to your army.
Okay, thank you. We will have Kikuyu Hospital respond on the high turnover. Then drugs desk will respond on the church participating in terms of the national and world days like AIDS and drugs. Dr. Kiyoko can respond on the short courses. And then Bwana CEO Tumutumu on the preparedness in case of complete donor freeze of funding. So we can begin with Kikuyu Hospital, then drugs desk, Dr. Kiyoko, and then CEO Tumutumu. Karibuni.
There's also a question on chaplain, you'll deal with that. Okay.
Thank you, moderator. Yes, indeed. We mentioned that we experienced tough turnover, especially in nursing. That's why I said that our first graduation is this year in December, so we'll be able to bridge that gap. However, this challenge is not peculiar to Kikuyu Hospital alone. It's nationwide. Nurses are actually moving to government. It's actually the best paying institution currently. They are also going outside the country. But yes, we still endeavor to retain the ones we have. We have quite a number of nurses who've stayed with us for 20 years, 30 years, they're still with us. You'll find most of these nurses who are leaving are mainly the Gen Zs. They come, they stay a month, 2 months, 1 year, they leave. But yes, we are putting measures in place to ensure that we retain the existing one. And moderator, just in conclusion, we are conducting job evaluation this year just to see how we match with the market out there in terms of the salary scales, so that even if we don't exactly match with the market, at least we are able to improve on the emoluments. Thank you.
Moderator, sir, on the question of the sustainability and the future of CCC projects, last week we had a stakeholders engagement session which was organized by GAC to look at ways and means of ensuring that those colleagues who are victims, they are not affected negatively. We are happy to report that we have secured funds, actually all the facilities which have this project up to 30th September of this year. Serious engagements are ongoing so that funding is not withdrawn. However, if it was to be, what we have done in PC Tomotomo Hospital, again, taking advantage of the building which we have been able to integrate our CCC services with the OPD services. We have also done serious engagement with the SHA so that we can also have a tariff or a package for HIV positive patients, just the way we have for chronic patients. I'm also happy to report that PC Tomotomo Hospital particularly, we have initiated an engagement with the county government of Nyeri. We would be meeting the governor possibly next week or next week but one, so that we can get some members of staff either on secondment or they go to their payroll. And I'm also happy to report that we are not the only people doing this. Even other hospitals, they have started engaging their local county governments. And that way we are very certain that these members will not be actually left unattended. Suffice to say that for Tomotomo, the services are now integrated. Again, for sustainability, we have introduced a modest consultation fee, and we have seriously engaged those people, around 2,000 of them who have been coming to Tomotomo, and they have embraced because actually they know this is not, it is not actually a problem with the facility, that is with Tomotomo Hospital, but a global problem which happened by the stroke of the pen when Mr. Trump came on board. So we are happy to report that nobody will be exposed. Thank you, Moderator.
Thank you. I'm going to respond on the HTS training in our schools. So regarding HIV care, we have what you call the HIV testing services. This is a training that's usually offered by NASCOP, which is the national body for control of HIV disease in the country. So as a hospital, what we are doing, these usually are short courses that are enrolled by NASCOP. And we've approached NASCOP to see how we can enroll Chogoria Hospital as a training center. Just to echo what the CEO for Tomotomo has said, it's just an effort again towards sustainability, because where there is smoke, there is fire, and the lifeline for CCC might not be for very long. So we are preparing ourselves on how to handle the service after the funding is withheld. Thank you. Moderator, thank you because of those various questions. What they mean is that what is in it for you. My prayer is that we participate fully. Like now, the coming event is PCA Drugs Awareness Day. If we were to participate in every congregation, I think that would be a wonderful thing. And I thank God because of the majority of you who have been participating and doing a lot of good works during that week. And we also need to expand that and participate during wild days like the Drugs Awareness Day. And I want to thank Presbyterian Care Center, the rehab that we have in Nakuru. They have been participating with the drugs during that day. And also during Women's Drug Day. You know, before December 1st, there are usually 16 days of activism. So those are areas where we can participate and move on. And the drug desk will be giving you details as we move on. Also, the issue of rehab. There's somebody who has asked the issue of rehab. So at the moment, we have one rehab that is working in Lanet, and the success rate of the people have referred there has been very, very good. We also, there is also another rehab that is being done in Nyeri, and I believe there is also another rehab in Nakuru. So we are coming up with as many rehabs as possible, but it is important to realize statistics don't lie. Rehabilitating one person costs more than preventing over 20 people to get into drugs and alcohol. So it's really expensive to rehabilitate, but but it's one of the strategies that we are doing. I think I've answered the questions.
Okay, thank you, Moderator. The three last questions. One is on the life of the board. Moderator, it's good for all of us to note that these boards have their membership that keep coming in and coming out. So we do not have any board that lasts forever. For example, when the business committee seconds somebody in the board, that person is in that board within the life of that business, within the life of that General Assembly. And even the other members of the board, they come and they go. And whoever now becomes the chair of the hospital and the CEO automatically becomes the member of the PCEA Health Services Board. So by the virtue of you being where you are, therefore this board, for example, when the Deputy Secretary General comes, he becomes the secretary. So the life is dictated by other issues of appointment and the life of the appointing authority, and therefore you see they keep changing. Only the surplus. Moderator, it's important to tell the GAC that our hospitals may have recorded surplus in accounts, but actually they do not have that cash, because like they have all reported, like for example, Kikuyu Hospital is owed $500 million by the government. But because they offered that service and they expected to receive that money, when the accounts are done, you see them recording surplus. Our PCEA Chogoria Hospital is owed over 300 million. Tumutumu Hospital is owed almost 200 million. So some of the surplus that, in fact not some, all the surplus we see in the accounts are not actual money, but in terms of accounting, they must be able to declare what they did in terms of what they expect to get and what they spent. And therefore, I would want to urge all of us, led by Reverend Maura Degwa, to know that we require more support, not only the support of our finances, but encouraging ourselves to go and get the services from our health facilities. On the employment of chaplains, Monitor would want to tell the GAC that the church has seconded chaplains in all our 3 hospitals. But thanks to our proactive bonds, because the chaplain that we have founded in our hospital is not able to give all the services. And that is how now, through the Act 17 of our practice and procedure, the hospitals boards are able now to recruit assistant chaplains to the chaplain who is seconded to the hospital by the church. And therefore, the recruitment process of the assistant chaplains in our hospital is domiciled in the boards of those particular hospitals as they evaluate the needs that they have. Monitor, I've responded to other questions.
Okay, we invite comments. Some questions amounted almost to comments, like the ones that Dr. Grace made. They need to be taken into account in preparation of what the US is doing in regard to HIV and AIDS and US aid. So these are some of the comments, and also in regard to like the issue that Kimani was raising in regard to rehabilitation centers. Those questions are loaded. They carry something more than just a question that needs an instant answer. Comments? Elder Mogai?
Thank you, Moderator. My comments go straight to the hospitals and more specifically on the ballooning receivables portfolio. The DSG has alluded to the reason why we may not have the cash money, because our money is held in the receivables portfolio. Having interacted with the document during the time of the executive, where we had a number of meetings, I noted, Moderator, sir, that the ballooning of receivables is a worrying trend. My emphasis to this GAC and to the members of the board and the hospitals is to enhance and increase the recovery process of the debts owed by the institutions, and especially those that are related to the government. Kindly, I ask the board to increase their mechanism to recover, because I noted a major concern that there is an element of folding hands on the recovery of the debts. Thank you.
Dr. Karanja?
Thank you, Moderator. Mine is two. One, of course, is when I thank the boards. One of it is that when you're told it's good to say when we have profits. If profits are not, and the returns are not financial, what else are they when they're in the books? So when we say the hospitals are doing very well, they have raised good money, but that money is not tangible. So it is floating where? I'm not asking a question, I'm just commenting. The second thing, Moderator, is the other comment I wanted to bring forth. It's the issue, Moderator, of the boards. It is good he has been clear that the boards will go, if the secretary to the board goes for the 10 years, he's in that particular office, the business member is for the 10 time in that office. What of those that are board members without having been seconded by their particular bodies? Or is it that everybody in the board is seconded by a certain body? Thank you.
Thank you. We also want to say that we make attempts at the national level to assist our hospitals in regard to the money owed by government, other denominations and ourselves that have hospitals. We have engaged government at various levels, Ufugamano, NCCK, to see how that money can be pursued. We even had a sitting with the president himself. Although we hear like the government, the sitting government is more concerned with the success of SHA and talking about NHIF like it didn't belong to government, yet it owes more money to the hospitals, but they are more concerned to see a successful SHA. I don't know what is your experience with the SHA arrangement, whether they are emitting money, because the president is very emphatic that SHA is doing very well. Calls were even made to a hospital when we went to his office, to a certain hospital, to check whether money has been paid. And he was personally saying that will be a success story very soon. So, but on HIF, it's like they are running away from it, but we will keep on pushing them because the hospitals are not able to push for that money. But when the denominations come together under the umbrella bodies, they are able to push government, and government makes promises, and those promises are on many occasions not honored. But we will keep on pushing because our facilities are in dire need of that money, but it has been withheld for too long. So you can be sure that we are not silent about it. We are teaming with others to see what can be done in regard to those monies. Having said that, we need now to get into the resolutions.
Moderator, this GAC receives the report of Health Services Board together with the audited accounts. With the thanks, further, the GAC appreciates members of Health Services Board for the continued commitment.
Taken. Amendment.
Moderator, I think we need to also acknowledge the work that is done by the staff in the institutions. So this GAC receives the report of the Health Board together with the audited accounts with thanks. Further, the GAC appreciates members of the Health Board and staff in our health institutions for their continued commitment.
Taken. Taken. Okay.
Thank you. This GAC notes with much appreciation the continued support by Medical Benevolence Foundation, MBF, and other partners in support of the Health Board.
Taken. Taken.
This GAC notes the devastating effects of alcohol. Further, this GAC urges all our congregations, parishes, and presbyteries to upscale campaign against alcoholism and the drugs at their levels.
Taken. It's still early for you not to be very fully awake. It's still early. Okay, yes.
Thank you, Moderator.
Okay, any additional? Level
Moderator, I have two additional resolutions. One, this GAC notes with appreciation the increased surplus of revenue from our hospitals. This GAC further instructs that the hospital board cease further sourcing of funds from the church and be self-reliant.
Taken? Taken? There's an information here.
What is the information that I want to bring to this GAC is that when we do the Health Week, and the request that every parish supports with 15,000, that 15,000 does not go to the hospital. That 15,000 goes to the Health Services Board at the national level. So there is no money that comes from
our congregations or parishes that goes to the hospital. It's important to clarify that. Thank you, Moderator.
Is it possible to sense the hospitals themselves? Yes. So that they pay for the services that are offered? There's a further information here. It's getting interesting.
Thank you, Moderator. Sir, Moderator, from the Finance Committee, there are thoughts that we need to actually surcharge or cess, for that matter, charge the hospitals in line with their turnover. In line with their turnover, so that the church gets the benefit of being used as the owner of the hospitals. So that then that relieves the congregations or the parishes from the 15,000. So there are those sorts, Moderator, and those thoughts are ongoing in terms of, in fact, there is a policy that indicates that the institutions, the profit-making institutions or trading entities, are supposed to be contributing to the national kitty based on their performance. Thank you.
Okay, suppose we took that as a resolution to go to the finance committee, looking at the financial performance of the hospitals and looking at the budget of the health services board to see whether it's possible now to get that money from the hospitals rather than from parishes. Because if we do it here, maybe there are things we might not see. But if the finance committee did a study to see how the hospitals are performing and the needs of the health board, services board, then maybe we would arrive at something that would be of help.
Lebedewa, would you mind us going that direction?
No, I'm okay.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay, then phrase the resolution that the finance committee does an evaluation of the finances, or rather the budget of the health board, health services board, and see where, and to an extent where it can be financed
by the hospitals. These are rich men and women, much as if we get your money from government, you will be stinking rich.
If we do get the money. But let's leave it as an assignment.
My second one.
Okay, you had another one. Huh?
This GAC notes with concern the recruitment and employment of chaplains by the hospital boards. This GAC instructs the board to seek chaplaincy from the training committee of the church.
Is it training or appointments?
Appointment.
Okay.
Appointment, yes.
Appointments, okay.
Yes.
Is that taken? Yes.
It's taken, so maybe you can see how you can work with the hospital boards. I hear like it's not overruled that it can happen, but there be some consultation so they don't just do it. Yet maybe we have a minister we can post to be a second chaplain. Or you wanted to add what? Something?
It is important, monitor, to know that I wouldn't wish that at the GAC we overstep the mandate of our standing committees of the General Assembly in terms of looking at their needs and trying to address them in line with the provisions of our Constitution. And because our hospitals have boards that we also oversee how they are performing, I would wish that if we have a particular issue, we can bring it as a particular issue. But now, if, for example, we want, when Kikuyu Hospital or Tumotumo Hospital has a certain area of recruitment, they go through the church. I think the church is engaged, monitor, in the recruitment of the top officials of the hospital. Top officials of the hospital, from finance, chief medical officer, the CEO, the top. And within our constitution, there is that clearance of who should be appointed at the national level and what levels of recruitment is done at the hospital. So I would wish that we do not crisscross, monitor.
I think the point being made is that chaplaincy is pastoral work that should have blessings from us. It shouldn't be just the board making a decision that we need an assistant chaplain. There should be some form of reporting or some form of blessings from the church so that we do not have assistant chaplains recruited who may not even fit, so to speak, who may not qualify to do that work. There should be a system from our level that, that sanctions those chaplains, even if they are assistant chaplains. I'm sure sometimes we want to post chaplains to institutions, but our ministers are not available. We want an assistant chaplain somewhere, but they are not available. We cannot leave it that until a minister is available. But again, we want to have quality assurance that we are getting the best for the hospitals. And that's why maybe the resolution can be phrased in a way such that there is involvement, not just of the board, but of the church. Can that be rewritten to an extent that any chaplains, whether assistant or deputy, that are recruited, there is a quality assurance at our level. It's not just the board. That's what we are tasking you to do.
Do it. Yes. Any additional one? No. Reverend Mudui.
Moderator, in trying to help Reverend Degwa, maybe the hospitals, every hospital has a connection with a presbytery. So as they recruit the assistant chaplains, maybe the appointment committee may not come in, but the presbyteries that are in their respective, whatever can help them recruit the assistant chaplains. Thank you.
I don't know what else go to the presbyteries. Let it make it national.
Yes, because of certain reasons of local presbyteries' interest sometimes. And we know the boards that run the hospitals are bigger than presbyteries. Those boards that run hospitals are bigger than presbyteries. The moderator of the presbytery is one member. The region also has a membership. So let it make it a bit national.
We'll be waiting to hear what comes out of this resolution. I think we are done. Reverend Kamoro.
Thank you, Moderator. I'm just comparing. We have an appointment that sets ministers, and then we allow the presbytery to bring up an assistant minister. I think it would not work.
You are supporting my position.
Yes, I'm supporting you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Who is for that to the person doing the resolution so that it's captured very well?
I think we are done with that. Thank you very much. Commend this team. Appreciate them. Secretary General.
Moderator, sir, I think it's time we take a break for tea. Maybe for half an hour. So we come back at noon. So we can have the hospitality committee pray for tea.
Hospitality, are you in the house?
Maybe an announcement before we ask Reverend Mary to pray for tea is that now, today we have 4 serving stations. The first station is the G officials behind here. The second station is the business committee members. They will go down where we have a small hall known as Lilies. And then the other commissioners and delegates remaining, they will go to Esley Hall where we took our breakfast in the morning. And the last team is our choir. They will take their tea in the restaurant. We hope that will work today, and we trust that today we'll have some order. Sorry for yesterday. We know we had some challenges. It was overwhelming, but today we promise it's going to be better. Reverend Mary, karibu. Tuamini na tuombe. Mungu Baba, katika jina la Yesu Kristo, tunakushukuru kwa umbali huu ambao umetuleta. Kwa hakika imegharimu mkono wako. Hata tunapoenda kukula na kukunywa, tuomba ya kwamba ukabariki kinywaji na kitafunio, na ili kikabariki mili yetu. Wale ambao wametayarisha Bwana, wabariki. Tuomba neema yako iwe nyingi tunapoendelea na mkutano siku ya leo. Na ni katika jina kuu la Mungu Baba, Mwana na Roho Mtakatifu tumeomba hata na kuamini. Amen. Amen.
It's still early, but I haven't had any rumor about an Easter night. I haven't had a rumor about an Easter night. It's early. Maybe I'm also getting impatient, but I should be hearing a rumor about it. So DSD, I don't know the choir that is with us when it can present. When we are back, Kitengera choir, you'll get a slot to present in half an hour. Thank you.